Hey everybody, it's Eden Blake here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour. We're going to look at some art. I was drawing every day in 2018 and 2019 and I've taken a little break, but I want to get back into it. So yeah, today's my birthday. I'm 42 and I'm real excited to show you guys some artwork today. And for all those people creating stuff out there, I hope you're inspired. And I was inspired by some great artists on YouTube. My favorite artist is Peter Draws, and I have some artwork based on looking at some other artists' stuff like Lethal Chris and Sketchy Travis. You guys are really inspirational and your videos are the best. You're the very creative artists, and I get a lot of my inspiration from you guys. I also just started doing portraits. Thank you, Bradwin Jones, for your videos. Very easy to go step by step with some of these artists and pick up the talent and the techniques and the skills. So thanks, you guys. All right, let's jump right into a sketchbook. Here we have one of my baby Groot or young Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's marker and pen and a little bit of watercolor around the outside there. I did this one March 25th, 2018. It's one of my best drawings. I thought I'd start with one of my best so you guys can see. All right. So there's one of my best drawings, Baby Groot. And I made it into a t-shirt for somebody who is a friend of mine, and I also have it for sale on a canvas. I will be selling some of my art. Let me show you the canvas one. All right, so here it is on a canvas. I went to Walmart with a picture of my drawing on my phone and printed out onto a canvas, this one. And so these are always available. This will be piece of art A, if you want to make an order. You guys will have to get a hold of me, and then you can ask for piece of art A, and it's $40. And this could be hanging on your wall or sitting in your office. All right, I also have piece of art B. I did some spray paint art, and I was looking at sketch art. He's a great, on YouTube, a great spray paint artist, and I got my inspiration, and I did step-by-step videos with him. And so now I have this one for $40, and this is a piece of art B. I also did this one where the planets are a bunch of planets in space. It's a piece of art C. They're all $40. So those are all available. And this one's really big, so let me move these. All right, here's another one inspired from sketch art. If you go on YouTube, he has over 1 million subscribers. He's a really good spray paint artist, and he's good at teaching people how to do spray paint art. So that one's available for $40 also. All right, and that'll be piece of art D. All right, that's all I have right now for sale, but I will be able to make prints of any of the art pieces that you see. So, and eventually we'll give them a letter or a number to mark them so I know which one it is when you want to order. And we'll worry about that maybe in the next video. Because I'm new at videoing, so it's hard for me. I don't have a way for you to contact me yet other than friending me on Facebook. All right. All right, here's the first page of a sketchbook. I don't usually do a great drawing on the very first page, But this time I did, and this is The Mandalorian. I really love going to Disney Plus and watching both seasons of The Mandalorian. It's a Star Wars side story, and now it's a Book of Boba Fett that's out now on Disney. So you guys should watch those. They're a lot of fun. But anyway, here's the Mandalorian on his planet with 2 suns. And he was the first picture I did in this sketchbook because I was inspired by him. All right, also Star Wars related, I have my Yoda, and I have another Yoda, like just his head, drawn a little bit better. This was a colored pencil and a little bit of markers. Definitely challenging. But we love Star Wars. All right, I got a book of tattoos, drawings of tattoos. So I got this eyeball butterfly from the book, and so yeah, when I get where I don't know what to draw, sometimes I'll open my tattoo drawing book and I'll find a picture somebody else has done, and I will try to do it as close to what it looks like as possible, just from looking at it. There's that one. There's another little butterfly down here. All right, and then I could have colored it in and it would have had more detail and it might have looked better. All right. Here's a really bad picture of Harry Potter. I'm trying to do portraits now. So that's my least favorite portrait that I did, but I watched a video and I tried to do it as close as I could. All right, I've looked at sketchbook tours on YouTube for a long time, and this is a few years back. I forget the artist's name, but I know his last name was Green. He has 8 sketchbook tours, and these are a couple of drawings on the pages that I liked, so I just pushed pause on the video and then sat and drew the pictures precisely the way I was seeing them to the best of my ability. So I really like these. They're fun. And that's what I would do. Like, this would be one day, and the next day I would see another artist's piece of art, and I tried to do a landscape. And there's a couple of barns, or a house and a couple of barns out there in the distance with some trees. So that's a different day, all with pencil. All right, another day I decided to try and do some noses and some anatomy. So I have a foot there, all the little bones and muscles in the foot, and there's an eye on the right. I like drawing eyeballs or eyes. So I usually draw mouths, hands, noses separately. And now I'm trying to put it all together and do portraits that look realistic. All right, so there's a little anatomy page. But I also do, I do abstract ink drawings by watching Peter Draws. You can go to his channel. He has over 1 million subscribers and over about 1,000 videos to watch, and he's very entertaining. And I just thank Peter Draws so much for being an inspirational artist that encourages other people to create. Here's a picture I did that's almost identical to one of his. I just sat and watched the video and paused it and tried to draw what he drew. And so that's pretty close. And there's some other ones I'll tell you when they're ones that are like Peter's, because I don't want to steal anybody's art. I just want to show what I was able to do by concentrating and looking at the pictures. All right. Here's a self-portrait. I tried to draw my own self in a portrait when I had short hair. But I look fat. And I have gained a little bit weight since I've drawn this one, but I don't think I've gotten that big yet. Laugh out loud. All right, I was trying to draw The Rock. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Well, there's the beginning of a portrait of the rock, and I think it was coming out pretty good, but I was scared to mess it up, so I stopped. And this is a long time ago. All right, somebody had a sketchbook tour, and this was on the front page of their sketchbook, and I froze the picture, and I drew it to the best of my ability. And this is one of the first pieces of art I did in 2015 when I started drawing again, because I was drawing when I was 18, and then I quit drawing until I was 35 in 2015. And I said a prayer, and I said, God, if I have the talent, if you'll bless me with the talent, then I would like to continue to draw again. And he gave me the talent back that I had in the past when I was 18. Even though I lost all that original artwork mostly, I have a couple little shreds of it. So yeah, I got another season of at least 5 to 7 years of drawing again. And this was the very first inspirational picture that I really wanted to do. It's fun doing the glasses and having that little black lines on there like a reflection, so you can see kind of 3D, and it's just kind of fun. I love dragons and dinosaurs. Speaking of dragons, yeah, so I watched a Lethal Chris video, and this is an ice dragon, pretty much duplicated by looking at a picture he had drawn. So, like I said, I'm not trying to take anybody's ideas and say they're my own when they're not. So, Lethal Chris, thank you for being a great inspiration and having awesome videos. This is one dragon I was able to draw looking at your video and looking at your picture of the ice dragon. And I think it came out identical. So, yeah, so I love that. It's one of my favorite drawings ever. Here's the same dragon moving around, roaring with his mouth open, possibly. All right, then I tried to draw the Joker. I forget what I was looking at, but it was something online or on Pinterest. And the hair was very challenging, and I was scared to do it, but I think it looks all right. And I have another Joker in here. But first, let's look at Spider-Man. Oh, well, there's Spider-Man. Yep, just a YouTube video somebody was doing, and I said, I can do that, I think. And came out good. It was the best Spider-Man I ever drew. All right, and then I have my other Joker. It's the other version of the Joker, really dark. So yeah, I just love that. All right, I did a Venom after watching the Spider-Man video and the Joker videos. I decided I wanted to draw Venom because he's so scary looking with all those teeth. And I did it again, the same picture. Then I did a redraw second time, and I added the slime around the tongue and cleaned up my mistakes. I saw where I went wrong and I improved. So I love that one. I'm trying to get these to where I can make prints and sell them for $10 or $12 each. So you could just have that in your room hanging on the wall. So I'm still trying to find the right color copy shop because there's barely any copy shops where I live. All right, just like I said, I did anatomy, and then another day I did perspective drawing. I had to try and understand the horizon line and seeing things a little more 3D. So there's my perspective drawing of a little house with little doors and little windows. Just a lot of fun and a blast drawing that and bringing it to life. Anything that becomes 3D is so exciting when you're doing it. So yeah, sometimes I draw something and impress myself, and this is one of those. Boom! An explosion. If you could draw one. I looked up mushroom cloud on Pinterest, and that's one of the images that I was able to draw pretty good. There's my explosion. More evidence that I'm a Star Wars lover. We have this creature, forgot his name, but he was Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars movie was thrown into this pit with this big monster, and the little pig soldier works for Jabba the Hutt in the movies, if you see his face. Here's a better picture of the face of the little pig man. There he is. He works for Jabba the Hutt. And then that might have been something from Jabba the Hutt's a little creature that he had around. And there's a frog. He kind of reminds me of Jabba the Hutt in the face too. But anyway, this was just a random sketchbook page where I did an eye. And then I did all these little pictures that were cute that I wanted to do that day. And an abstract drawing looking at one of Peter Draws. That was supposed to be in the corner of a playing card where they have a king or a jack. That was supposed to be like the face of the king or the jack, but in an abstract ink kind of way. All right. Another day, opened the sketchbook and found a good picture of Homer Simpson, and I said, I can do that. And it was kind of interesting drawing him and then putting the donut behind his head after. I was wondering, how was I going to get the donut where he's in front of it and not mess that up, but took my time and it came out good. There's a jellyfish. Jellyfish are hard, but really angelic and beautiful. I love sharks and different kinds of underwater pictures. Well, talk about angelic. There's an angel. And I really like the way the wings had about the same size on each side. So it came out as perfect as I've ever done it. So this is one of my favorite 4 drawings. That's my angel. This is my mermaid. I was able to create, and I couldn't do the hair, and I still haven't figured out how to finish the hair, but someday I'll be able to fill that in with color. So there's my mermaid, one of my favorite pictures ever. And this is Hellboy. I forgot to put his tail, but I like the foreshadowing. I like the shadow under the leg there. It makes it look really 3D. And it was just thrilling doing this with Sketchy Travis. Yeah, he's the one I watched the video for this one and my Hulk. He inspired those. And I just sat and drew them to the best of my ability, seeing how he had done it. And he taught me a lot. Just watching one hour video. Thank you, Sketchy Travis. I forgot the artist that I looked at to draw this, but he did a bunch of people from Walmart. And here's the guy having his coffee at Walmart in the morning. So he's just a great cartoon artist. I think his name was Will Terrell. Yeah, so check his videos out. I would just go through him and Brandon Green's sketchbooks and just draw a different picture every day just for something to do, and it was a lot of fun. My other Yoda. This was on a sketchbook tour on YouTube, and I don't remember who the artist was, but it was supposed to be a potato for the head, and I just thought it was awesome, and I was able to do it perfectly with marker, pen, and I just love that one. It's one of my favorites of all time. All right, I did a drawing with Mark Crilly. If you go to YouTube, type in Mark Crilly. He has all kinds of how-to draws. I have a cat's face also in this video from watching his cat's face. This is a dragon from one of his how to draw dragon videos. So he has how to draw a car, and he has other stuff too. Really good artist, and he really explains things really good. All right, so there's my Mark Crilly dragon. This is another Sketchy Travis drawing. I was looking at his drawing of this, which you can see in one of his sketchbooks. If you look him up on YouTube, type in Sketchy Trav, and you'll see all his awesome sketchbooks of creatures and characters. And this is like some kind of robotic fish or something. But it was just a fun way to spend an hour. Other abstract ink from watching a Peter Draws video. On some video, somebody suggested drawing some random shapes and then filling them in. And this is actually how they did it. So I just did a duplicate. I'm almost like a copy machine. When I want to draw something, I sit, I look at it, and I try to duplicate it to the best of my ability. This one came out spot on to what I was looking at. All right, I did several drawings from going on to Pinterest, and there's a guy who does morning scribbles. If you type that in on Pinterest, this will pop up, and the other ones I will show you. They're all his ideas, and I duplicated them, looking at them and drawing it freehand at the best of my ability. And so there he is having his morning coffee. And then this thing kind of shapeshifts. He turns into this dinosaur that has an ice cream cone. I think the same artist drew this little feller. He kind of looks like an M&M to me, but he's a smiley face or something like that. So I had to draw it because it was cute. And then that first coffee drinking monster turns into this guy. And then he shapeshifts again and he turns into this guy. And he changes again into a fish. Oh, there he is as a fish. Alright, and then he turns into this kind of monster with wings. Well, I didn't put his wings in the middle enough. They're way down low. They're supposed to be more in the middle. But see, it's hard to find perspective sometimes. So everything's just a work in progress or a practice. Another morning scribbles. He's happy after he has his coffee. And he turns into the cutest caterpillar I ever seen. Coffee refill, please. There he is again. Go to Pinterest and check those out. They're all on there, and several more that I wasn't able to draw yet. I've always wanted to draw the Hulk. So here's one stab at it. Here's my 3D Hulk. So came out pretty 3D, pretty awesome. And that was a how to draw 3D video on YouTube, and there's a hockey puck looking thing. I'll show you, a yin and a yang hockey puck that I did, and this one, and there's a crack. It's in the middle of a piece of paper, but it looks like 3D, like you're gonna fall through the crack. Anyway, I'll show you all the 3D videos as we go through the video. But here's my 3D Hulk. And I got a white pin, and it's really fun to put the white on the tummy and make it look 3D, make all the muscles all shiny. There's a anime picture that I did. You can see the guy's stomach muscles, the darkness on the inside of the shirt, and the darkness on the wrinkles on the inside of the pants. Here's my 3D yin yang puck. Got another abstract ink doodle looking at Peter Draws. That's like one of the pages in his sketchbook, and I think I nailed it pretty close to exactly the way he did it. Well, when I turned 38, I did this dragon on my birthday, January 5th. 2018. And that was, I think, looking at Mark Curley to do the dragon. Well, 6 months before I did that one, I did this one with Mark Curley. So I have another dragon. I love dragons. So that's how he came out. And that's when I did this one really good. I said, let's do it again. And then this is my other one. So it was fun doing it and doing it again a little different. I think this is a little dinosaur from the Land Before Time or something like that. But I just love it. So it's running. My lotus flower from looking at a tattoo magazine page. And I love it. It's one of my best flowers I ever drew. I did a rose that I had put in a cup when I first started drawing, and I gave it to somebody as a gift. And it was the best drawing I ever did. And I regret not having a copy. But I have this lotus plant to keep me content for now. Another Peter Draws sketchbook page I looked at and stared at for a long time and did all these little arrows, different color arrows pointing every which way. Very awesome, very challenging. There's Optimus Prime's face from Transformers. My name is Optimus Prime. The fight between good and evil, and good always wins. Here's a painting of Yoda. May the Force be with you. A really fun project of just painting outer space into the girl's hair with watercolor after drawing her face to the best of my ability. All right, 3D drawing. Go to YouTube, type in 3D drawings, and this one will pop up. You could do it too. I was fascinated with Will Terrell's cartoons. So I sit for a long time and try to do funny cartoon faces. That's one of my favorites. And I did this one. Kind of reminds me of Sword in the Stone, maybe the Big Brother, or some guy that worked as a soldier on the Sword in the Stone story. And this octopus might not look that cool to you, but I was just starting to draw again after not doing it for 20 years, and this one really inspired me, and it was fun to color it. And so it just brought the passion for doing art back, and I spent the hour and 10 minutes doing it and coloring it. I love it. Have you ever seen a dragon turn into a rubber ducky? Well, that's what this guy is. He's the rubber ducky, but he's the form of a dragon. I love Peter Pan. Here's a crocodile that eats Captain Hook in the movie. Watching Mark Curley on YouTube, I was able to do this cat's face. And I did this soldier. I think I was looking at a Lethal Chris video. There's my phoenix bird. I didn't spend the time to finish the feathers on the wings, but I really liked the way it was coming out. And I watched a sketch art video, and he spray painted this on the side of a building, but I used markers and a pen. So that was fun. A heart with some ribbon. Another really awesome artist, you can look up Rodgon, the artist, and he does cartoons, he does Archie, all his own characters, and the panda there is inspired by just pretty much trying to draw his character of his panda, and I think he drew the pretty girl. He's really good cartoonist. Alright, we got Deadpool's face. Work in progress. Looking at Peter Draws abstract ink drawings and adding a little color. All right, I was practicing eyes and noses. And then trying to do a whole face and trying to do foreheads. Some kind of desert alien planet with the sun in the background about to set. Done with graphite. One of my best Hulks with colored pencil. I was trying to get the perspective right, but I wanted to redo it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty fun to have hanging on the wall. Here's a skull somebody taught me how to do when I was 19. Like that. And Peter draws. I tried to draw this one exactly the way he did, and I think it came out pretty exactly. So thank you, Peter Draws, for that inspiration. You're awesome.